Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Battle for Azeroth, as I'm about to die. We will talk about some SWTOR here in just a second, but let's get everything all fired up here, and then we should be ready to go. But yeah, how are you guys doing? Hello, Phoenix One, and Ron Allen, and Rodney, and Agent Iron Spider, and Famas, and all of you other lovely people that are hanging out in chat. First thing I want to mention here real quick is I attached a new afro onto my microphone. I've used this one, and I switched over to... It's kind of hard to see it because I'm like wearing black. So, I just wanted to say here real quick that if this is making me sound any different, if it's bad, let me know. Okay? Cool. Hopefully it sounds a little bit better. Okay. You guys want to talk SWTOR? Just the same? Cool. Well, this one is supposed to stop some of the popping issues that I've been having. Because there are certain words that if you say into a microphone, it sort of pops. In particular, anything with the letter P in it. And it actually messes with the mic, so hopefully this fixes that. We'll see. Okay, so let's talk SWTOR for a second. Here is what I know. Obviously, there's a bunch of stuff that I can't talk about. But here's what I will say. First of all, there is something that I have been teasing. And I think initially I said that this thing was going to happen... what? Hold on a second. Hold on, I gotta move my camera. I just got that. Blizzard Administrator. We depth investigation abnormal account. Please visit blah blah blah. Confirm that you are on original owner of the account. Otherwise, we will suspend your account. I'm pretty sure that's fake because it's it's incredibly well written. Okay. That's a hack. Yeah. Anyway, I saw that pop up. I'm like, whoa. Okay, so back to our SWTOR talk. Anyway, I've been teasing that something is going to be happening. And I teased that it was going to be... Actually, I think it was last week. Because I said it was going to happen Friday. And then it didn't happen. Because the devs pushed it back. And so... those of us in the influencer program, we assumed that it was going to happen this week, like Monday or Tuesday. No, it's not going to happen this week either. Now they're saying next week. So, it's weird. We don't quite understand how they can be like, we're trying to get it out Friday. We're trying to get it out Friday. It's going to happen Friday. And then they end up pushing it back like an entire 2 weeks. So it's just like, okay. Now, with that being said, they announced something else to the influencers, and that may actually happen tomorrow. So this is completely different than what I've been hinting at. So something else might happen tomorrow. So, I don't know. We'll see. Which makes no sense, because... in the past, these things have happened in a very particular order. 1, 2, 3. But for whatever reason, if what they're saying is true, they're going to do 2, 1, 3. Which makes zero sense. Sorry, I'm being vague because I have to. So, Phoenix One... and some others have been saying, so what are they going to do this year? Nobody understands what they're doing this year, right? And I guarantee you there's no expansion this year. I guarantee that. Money on the table, no expansion. That expansion is 6 to 12 months out. It could be this time next year. Now, somebody, it might have been Ron Allen, was saying, do I know if we're going to get any story to set up the expansion or story this year? I have no idea. That being said, I have seen a very large preview of something that they are going to be adding to the game fairly soon. The preview was impressive, but it was something that they should have had in the game at launch. Why are they doing this now? I have no idea. My guess on it is that they are looking for filler content. Because they're looking for stuff to put into the game between now and the expansion. And they don't know what to do. I mean, I'm sure they do, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm definitely concerned about that as well. Saying the game will be dead by Christmas if they don't do something. Yep. Now, we do know that a new Hutball map is coming. That's public knowledge. So that's coming at some point here soon. But other than that, I have no idea. No idea. Yeah, I'm also not interested in the PvP stuff at all. Not at all. Killer Shins, thanks for the host. Well, I'm going to start walking this guy back to where he should be as we're talking here. Meh. Alright, where am I going? Let's go this way. But I'll tell you guys, you know, I'm in with Unholy Alliance. I'm on several Discords with SOTOR people and SOTOR communities, and it's like a Starforge server and stuff like that, and the population is dwindling. It's absolutely dwindling. There was actually a really, really interesting Reddit post. Let me see if I can find that here real quick. Now that I'm looking for it, I probably can't find it, but I'll check here real quick. But there was a Reddit post where somebody did a bunch of research and was trying to figure out exactly how many people are playing the game. Let me see if I can find that here real quick. Just so I can tell you what their numbers are. Because their numbers were pretty crazy. It was way lower than what I thought it was. The survey that they did was on the UK servers only. But it's kind of like still, it was really interesting stuff. You're going to Cyberpunk 2077? Yeah, that game's about 2 years out too. I don't think it's gonna make next year. Hard to say. Maybe a December game or something, but what games were chosen from the big giveaway? Raji took Jurassic World Evolution, and Neff took the Assassin's Creed that's coming out in a couple of months. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Look at the 45 minutes YouTube? Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about the Cyberpunk trailer. Yes, I've watched that twice. It is absolutely amazing. That game is going to be crazy. Okay, let's see. SOTOR Reddit. SOTOR server population? Question mark? They say next year. Well, anywho, I can't find that thread right now. But basically... Killer Shin's raiding with a party. Thank you very much. How are you guys doing? But basically, what they did is they went to all of the EU servers and they did manual calculations of prime time play across like a certain time span. And they were able to come up with some very, I guess, loose numbers on how many people are playing the game during prime time. And the numbers were something like 4,000 to 6,000 is all. Hey, Horde, what's up? That's a 36 troll mage right there. No, and you're absolutely right. If people are hating on the lack of SOTOR content, they have only themselves to blame. Yeah, you're definitely partially correct on that. I mean, those who are sub to the game and have supported the game from the start, you can't really blame them because they've been supporting the game. But it's all the people that have left is the problem. I don't know. And like I've said forever, SOTOR needs to do something really big and bold to bring people back, and don't know if we'll ever see that either. But I don't know how much you guys follow the other major SOTOR content creators, but we've seen a lot of SOTOR content creators leave. You know, Sam kind of kicked it off, and then UtiniCast, and then a couple others. Is 4K players bad? Yeah, that's kind of bad. When you consider most other MMOs, the big ones in particular, this game, World of Warcraft, even stuff like Elder Scrolls Online, which is like this right now, the Final Fantasy 14 or 15, whatever it is, that MMO is like this right now. WildStar is kind of like this. WildStar goes like, whoop, whoop, whoop. I would say that WildStar is lower than SOTOR by a pretty good bunch. Just jump, Ram. Just jump on the ape. I know you don't want to. I know, right? Shoot it. Hey, Lord Knox, how's it going? Okay. But, you know, everything that EA does, you know, affects the games that they are making. I don't know if you guys heard the news today or not, but Battlefield 5 got delayed by about a month. And when that announcement was made, EA's stock tanked hard. I don't know if it ended up recovering or not. I just know that it tanked really, really bad. And there was all kinds of news articles about how many millions and millions of dollars EA lost today and that kind of stuff. And it's just like, that's not good. Even though I think the move that they made today was good in the long run. Because right now, Battlefield 5, that game was coming out right in the middle. You had Call of Duty, Battlefield, and then Red Dead. It was in between those two games. And it's like, that's a terrible idea. So they moved it to get out of that situation. Again, great idea. And so right now they're being released on November 20th, so it's after Fallout. So they're kind of by themselves now, which is good.
I need a target.
Anything on the new EA game next year? Fate of the Jedi? It's Jedi Fallen Order is the name of the game. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. What server am I on? I'm on Dalaran right now. Why is the snow changing color? This is weird. Whoa. Wait, what? What happened? It's very fishy. No, but as far as that game, no, there's no information. I suppose there's always the off chance that something might be said this weekend at PAX West, but who knows? Anthem is going to have a panel this weekend. If I can cover that live on Twitch, I will. JT and I were kind of talking about that, although I don't think we can technically, but we'll see. But I don't know, I'm getting a little concerned that Anthem's not going to be done in time. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. Oh, the quest that I'm looking for is like not even here. Question is how do we want to get up there? We can't climb this, can we? Nope. You just keep on sleeping, Noel man. Just keep on sleeping. We'll take the long road. Oh, is there like an alliance base over here? I see the flags. Aha. There's a flight path here. Hello, Worgen.
Quickly!
You know what? Did I get Dalaran rep for that? Nope. I'm not doing your quest.
On your way!
Peace be with you.
Or not Dalaran, Darnassus. Yeah, sorry, I missed that earlier. Yeah, the 1080s. The 1080s look pretty good. It's going to be interesting to see what the real benchmark is for those things, but I'll probably get one. Because I'm all about keeping up with the latest tech, making sure these streams run good, and all that fun stuff. I should probably look at a new processor here at some point. Or build a new machine. The thing is, I built this machine 2-3 years ago, and really the specs haven't grown that much, other than video cards. Because I've got, like, what? I've got an i7 5820. So I know, obviously, they got the i9s out, but I've heard that the i9s are not really for gaming, at least not yet. So I could get a higher-end i7. I don't know how big of a difference that would really make. As long as I can run these games at max graphics, then I don't really care. Also, Lord Knox, have a good night if you're still here. Alright, what are we doing? Mountain giants rallied, huh? Sounds fishy. You're not a mountain giant, you're a bug. Or you could get the Ryzen or Raisin, and it's probably Ryzen, isn't it? And have 8 instead of 4 cores for less money. No. I'm an Intel NVIDIA guy. I could tell you what I really think about the Radeon ATI stuff or AMD stuff, but you probably wouldn't like what I have to say about it. That was always a big war back in the day with my roommate at the time. I was the NVIDIA guy and he was the AMD guy, and basically the best way to say this, and I've heard some other streamers say this too. You guys are shaking my ground here. And that is, if you're somebody who is a little strapped for cash, but you still want really, really good stuff, you would then go for the AMD ATI, that kind of stuff. Because it's okay. But if you want the best of the best, you go with Intel and NVIDIA. So I gotta recruit you guys, huh? Yes? No? Hey, you Rockman. Invalid target. Hold still. Okay, there's a guy in the Discord server that you're in who has been setting up an alt account to auto-respawn in planetary PvP zones in SOTOR. Could I get in trouble for killing his tune for PvP achievements? Yes. Hold still, buddy. What the? Hey, come back here. You're not gonna kill a rock man anyway. What are you gonna do? But yeah, back to that PvP thing for a second. Any type of exploiting or gaining the system or anything like that, that's always an area that you can potentially get into trouble for. And part of it comes down to how he is doing this auto respawn thing. You don't care about brand as long as it works for what you do. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But I you know, everybody's different in what they do and how they do it and their way of thinking, and that's totally okay. I've always been the kind of person where I want the best of the best, and I don't know, and I don't necessarily care how much it costs, and I'm willing to work for it. That's maybe a better way to say it. Like, I'll tell you guys a quick story. I think I've told this story before, but it's been a long time. When I was in high school, I had a vision, so to speak, of the ultimate computer setup, right? You know, from the table to the multiple monitors and all that. It took me probably about 10 years after high school to achieve that ultimate setup. Then once I had the ultimate setup, I had a vision of a better setup. And that setup took me about 2 years. And it's what I have now. And I'm still not happy. You're never happy. It's like this microphone setup as an example. This microphone setup is fantastic. It's like $600, but it's a fantastic setup. I love it. Yeah, my if you're talking about, motherboard, I have got the, I actually have it on a shelf over there. I'm looking at it. I have the X99 Pro motherboard, which when I bought it new was $400, which was crazy for me because building computers back in college and stuff, you always went for like the $130 motherboards, you know, just something that'll work, right? Then I bought that motherboard and I'm like, dang. Hey, Rick, how's it going? The other big issue that I've had with computers, I don't know about you guys, but I've burned out so many power supplies. So when I built my new computer, I'm like, I am gonna buy the best power supply that money can buy. That way I will not burn this thing out. And it's like some super gold edition thing. Never had an issue with it. It's been fantastic. Corsair is good. Are you talking about RAM?
What brings you here?
I recruited the giants for you, lady.
May the stars...
Hey, there's 46. Wait a minute, hold up. What quest do I have right here? Why would I want to do that?
Ishnu Allah. Good luck, friend.
Alright, we'll just do this and then fly back. I don't know, in my specs below the stream, do I have that power supply listed? I do not. I'll tell you one other change that I would make to this computer is right now I've got two 500 gig SSDs. I need one more. I need a third one. I have one 500 gig for the OS and nothing else. The OS alone goes on that SSD. Then I have the second SSD just for games. Then I have a standard... Why would you land me here? This is a terrible place. Then I have a third hard drive, which is just a standard, you know, old school spin drive, 3 terabytes. And I mostly use that for YouTube videos and stuff.
Something first.
Probably need to talk to you before I start killing dudes, eh?
Go in peace.
Help us clear the area. But I'll tell you a question that I get all the time from people, and funny enough, I was in somebody else's chat tonight, and they were getting asked the same question. And it's, if I'm streaming, do I need 2 computers? Because it seems like so many of the big-time streamers,
I don't have a target.
they have 2 computers. My answer to that is no. But I also think that that is an answer that's changed over about the last 5 years. Because, you know, 5 to 7 to 10 years ago, the CPUs and the GPUs were not strong enough to be able to support streaming and playing a game on the same machine, but now they are. And you really don't need a second computer.
I need a target.
It's like if you go and you put 2,500 to 3,000 into one computer, that's all you need. Because if you're gonna go and do the 2 computer setup, then you still need like 2 $2,500 computers. One for streaming and one for gaming. But then you have all the other nonsense that goes with it, the capture cards and all that other crazy stuff, so. In all of my years of doing content creation, I've only ever used one computer. Get a backup 8 gig external hard drive. I actually do have an external, but I use it for just backing up stuff. 500 gigabyte drive for just the OS. Why you only need about 128 for the OS? Well, you know, you'll still install other stuff on that OS drive. There's just, you know, some things that by default get installed there. And it's just easier to manage it that way. So, like, as an example, Adobe Premiere, Adobe Photoshop. By default, all of their, you know, autosaves and all that nonsense goes directly to the C drive. And it's easier, again, just to manage it that way. So I can tell you right now, if I go to my C drive, I've only got 191, so basically 200 gigs left of that 500. And like I said, there's no games on there, so it's just stuff, OS stuff and program stuff that's using up that extra. And one thing that I've learned over the years when it comes to building computers is you always overestimate. You never want to say, oh, I only need 128, and then you get into trouble later. Just go, you know, double or triple over what you need for something like that. But that's why I said earlier, I think I needed a second 500 gig for gaming, because the 500 on my gaming drive, I have that full all the time. So I'm like, all right, what game can I remove? Especially these MMOs are so huge, because it's like, all right, SOTOR. Then the SOTOR test server is a second SOTOR. And then World of Warcraft. And I've got Division installed right now. And so it's just like, well, there's like half of it. I think I've just been killing dudes here and not really paying attention. Hey, why are you on this box? Shouldn't you be doing something? Love it how some of these night elves are all in, like, almost dying, and then there's ones like this one, or they're just standing up there. It's like, hey, what's up? You've got a spare X299. So, is the X299, is that a newer one? Is that better than the X99? What am I doing and where am I going? I mean, obviously, number-wise, you would think that the 299 is better than the 99, but... Are we in 1,000? We are in 1,000 needles. I'm like, this looks flooded. I feel like I'm getting further away from my questing zone. Are you taking me to Ratchet or someplace? I don't want to go there. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at building a new machine next year or in 2020. This boat is pretty amazing considering it has no motor. It's magic. Your next PC will be the week before Cyberpunk 2077. Well, you might want to plan out just a little bit ahead of that, just in case you get a bad part. Funny enough, on this machine that I have now, I actually burned out a... Sotor Evan. We don't want to watch your Pokemons. Not unless Ash Ketchup is on there. So yeah, in the box that I have now, I actually burned out a 1080. And I've never seen a 1080 blow up before. It was crazy. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I leave my computer running 24/7. I know that's another like great debate on whether or not you just leave your machine running or if you turn it off and on. So I got up one morning and the machine was off, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. And so I hit the, the button. Nothing happens. I'm like, great. So I unhook everything. I take it to the counter, and I plug in just the power. I have the side off, and I'm sitting there hitting the button to try and figure out, do I see lights? What's going on? And all of a sudden there was a loud pop, and you could just see fire and sparks shoot from the back end of the video card. And I'm just like, damn. I've never seen that happen before. I've seen it out of a power supply, but never a video card. When that happened, I was sure that the entire thing was fried. The motherboard, everything. I was like, well, I'm screwed. And usually I do all my own tech support and all that. But this time I took it into a local computer place, and I'm just like, just fix it. Just fix it. And he called me back, and he's like, yeah, it was just your video card. And I'm like, are you sure? I mean, that thing had a pretty hard power surge, I think. I can't believe that only the video card blew out. He's like, no, the rest of it's fine. I'm like, okay. It was only a $600 repair then instead of $2,500 repair. I have no idea where I am. I've never been here before. Yeah, I'm gonna, before I decide on which 2080 I'm gonna get, I want to take a look at the benchmark specs. Because right now I've got, oh hey, it's look at this. Is this JT? I can't believe he followed me here. You're on the guild? Anywho, let's grab this flight path. I might just fly right back. Might as well.
My, you're a tall one.
My, you're a tall one.
Take me back to Fairless, nerd. But yeah, I really like that that RTX technology. I think it's called RTX, right? the RTX technology in these things. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool, Rix. Who's fighting on that bridge? Huh. Well, I'll tell you guys, tomorrow we start Two Point Hospital. That game looks really good. I think for those of you who really liked Jurassic World Evolution, it's going to be a very similar game. And people still die, just without the dinosaurs. Well, the thing about that, Phoenix One, he said go to the main NVIDIA website to see the benchmark or whatever. Those are their benchmarks, and you can't really trust them. You have to wait for some independent benchmarks to come out to see what the real story is. I've got a couple of websites that I follow that are really, really good about that stuff. Actually, I should look to see if they have a benchmark out on this already. I doubt it, but maybe they do. Let's see here. No, they don't. There's a great website that's called videocardbenchmark.net. That one is really, really good. They have a bunch of really cool stuff that they do, and then this is what it actually looks like here. I'll go full screen for a second. So it's like you just click these buttons and you can select, you know, what you're looking for and stuff, and it just straight up tells you. It's like, here's our benchmark scores. So like you can see here that the 1080 Ti is actually, according to them, the 4th best card in the world. The Titan XP Collector's Edition is getting a slightly higher benchmark score than the Titan 5 or the NVIDIA Titan XP, which you can see here. So, yeah, that's I've used this site for a long time. They do some pretty good stuff. So, that'll be the first site that I check once they actually get their marks up. Okay, we've got... Let's go redo this one. I sense some iron nearby. Wait, that's gold! The rarest of resources. 3 gold ingots. This one's sleeping. Leave it alone. Dang it, cat. You woke him up. Sorry, it's a musket. It takes a long time to load. I'm actually just double tapping it, but it happens so quick. It looks like one shot. Hey, don't be grumpy. So many people logging off and on. Let's see. Let's see if we can get back up top there. No, ape man. Just leave. Oh, son of a... I slid off the side. Dang it, ape man, you're interfering with this. "3D Mark," yeah. I remember first using that program in college. Fairy dragons. Don't I have a thing to yeah. I want to recruit you and have you as a pet. Can I do that? There he goes. Into the sky. I always like it when video games have their own benchmarking tool built right into the video game. That's always nice. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Bomb.
It's locked.
Wait, the bear's locked? That doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, I suppose it could be. Oh, come on, man. You're killing me.
I don't have a target.
Hold still, fairy dragon. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Your crossbow is pathetic.
I need to target something first.
You need to get a shotgun like I have. It will treat you better. But kind of going back to our SOTOR subject, I really don't know if there's too much more we can say about it. I don't see a lot coming out for the rest of the year. I think the game's already hurt and it's only going to get worse. What?
I don't have a target.
Yeah, thanks for helping out, Fairy Dragon. You are literally the worst. Now go rally for the fight. Come here, little doggy. All right, one more.
I need a target.
Dang it, bear. So we were talking about Cyberpunk a little bit earlier. What other games this fall are you guys looking forward to? And actually, did you guys see the possible Spider-Man downgrade that may be occurring? All right, I think we can get out of here. What's this number 1 that I have up in Dire Mall? Is that like actually a quest that I can do? Oh. It's a slight upgrade. Fallout 5. That's not a thing. Guess we'll go into Dire Maul and check it out. Although, I don't know. It's gonna be a whole lot of running around in there for nothing, I think. Just gotta get back to the road. Whoa, are you a rare? What are you? Nope. Actually, we've got that, that Battlefield 5 beta coming up. I probably will stream that at least once. For anybody who is interested in that. Where is the flippin' road? And now I'm gonna be stuck, aren't I? I'm surrounded by bears and wolves. Oh yeah, I definitely want to see more on Beyond Good and Evil 2. That's another game that I don't think we'll see for a couple years though. Because they barely had a working demo at E3 2 years ago. Kind of like with Cyberpunk, they announced, right before that demo came out, they announced that Cyberpunk was finally playable from start to finish. So if they're just now getting to that stage, I think we got a couple years. Considering the amount of detail that's in that game. But we're definitely in a real golden age of video games right now. This year's been fantastic. Next year looks amazing. 2020 looks amazing. It's like, you know, we're finally getting a new Red Dead, which is like one of the highest rated games of all time, the first one was. You know, we're finally getting Cyberpunk. We're finally going to be getting another Star Wars game, and hopefully it's good. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Assassin's Creed looks great. Tomb Raider looks great. Lots of great indie games. Like the game that we're looking at tomorrow. No, I mean, actually, the game that we're looking at tomorrow, people have been looking forward to that game for over 10 years.
The sun of life will set forever, as light gives way to eternal night.
Oblivion
What the
looms,
heck
it
is
calls.
The Twilight's hammer is the instrument of this grand destruction. The method of glorious annihilation.
Tear aside the veil. Open your mind to emptiness.
Through us, will you find true power? Join us,
Join us.
and be granted strength beyond strength.
Strength, his might.
Half-Life 3. Our Half-Life 3 is on the same wavelength as Star Citizen. Our grandkids are gonna love those two games. Famas says, Golden Age, huh? Well, the Diamond Age of gaming is long dead. There was a year, and I forget what year it is off the top of my head. It was like 1997, 1998, somewhere in there.
The son of
There's a
life
lot of
will
people
set
out
forever,
there
as
that
light
consider
gives
that
way
year to be the best
eternal night.
year in gaming
Oblivion
history.
looms, it calls.
The Twilight's hammer is the instrument of this
It was the
grand
year that,
destruction.
like,
The method of glorious
You saw like it was like Super Mario 64, GoldenEye, Star Fox 64,
Will you find true
Zelda,
power?
Ocarina of
Join
Time.
us.
Join us.
It's like whatever
And be
like year or
granted
2 years that
strength
was.
Beyond strength.
Strength. His strength. His might.
These guys are making a lot of noise. What do I gotta do here? The sermon disrupted. How do I do that? Do I have to go in the middle? Gaming before YouTube, before Google, before internet. Yeah, baby. No cheating. It was all that you had to do to beat the game. Well, I don't know if I would say no cheating because there were some things. You had like the Game Genie and actually that's when cheat codes, like real cheat codes, were still a thing, right? But I'm trying to remember what system was it. Was it the N64 or was it the Sega, where you could buy a thing and it was like a cheat thing, and I think you plugged that in and then you plugged the game into it or something like that? It's been a while. We shall launch our attack during the confusion.
Behold, the world you see before you has been judged.
Fire, water, earth, air.
All shall perish before the elements.
Burn and drown and crush and suffocate.
Join us and embrace the inevitable end.
The Master's power calls.
You will be reborn, stronger than flesh.
Strength beyond form. Power in the infinite.
Swear your allegiance to me,
The Master wants. He sees and wants and hungers.
and you will be remade in my image.
Wait! Infidel! A heathen among us!
An intruder. You! Show yourselves, my ogres. Slay this insect.
I got one thing to say, okay? I got one thing to say. That's all I got. All right. Next. Awesome. Let's do this.
Target something
I'll
first.
stain my hands with your blood.
You have way too many eyes, sir. Oh, I am so screwed. Hey, wait. What's happening here? This is not fair. Oh, what the deuce? This seems like it's unfair. What are you doing? Casting a fireball? That guy's dead. Yay, I got help. Go, Night Elves. Take him down. Oh, yeah, we're back. That dude's got a lot of health. I feel like we're not really doing a lot of damage here. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to do this for me. I'm just a weakling space goat from the future. Wonder if this is actually meant to be done with like a group or something, because this is literally gonna take me forever. He's got 7.3 million health. You blood elves need to do way more damage, otherwise we're gonna be here all night. Alright, let me see here. Is there some trick to this? There's no way it's gonna... Okay, that's doing a ton of damage to him. That did like over 1 mil damage to him. Alright, I guess we just sit here and we just kind of fight him. Then every once in a while they... Oh. He's like,
Enjoy your
I'm gonna freeze you guys.
victory, insects.
The darkness comes.
May it console you as your world rots.
I can't attack that target.
and he's gone. Good job, A-Team. You guys are the best. I can't remember if I ever had a Sega Mega Drive. I know we had a 32X. But yeah, those were the days of staying up late and playing GoldenEye over and over again with your friends.
Gives way to eternity.
Don't eat my ram, hyena. After the Mega Drive was the CD version. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't have a... No. Because our family, we completely skipped PlayStation. We were a Nintendo family, so... We went from the Sega directly to the N64, which was still cartridges. And then after that, I think we got our first PC, which was a Mac. And we had, like, NASCAR racing, and it was the best. The best NASCAR game ever made was 2003. Still to this day, no company's been able to touch that.
What?
What? We're gonna lose some haste.
Move it.
Hey, we got that done. Got 2 more to go if we're gonna finish this entire zone. Got all the games. I don't know if I ever played a Command & Conquer. Well, bye-bye, gun. You served us well. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what other PC games that I played back then with that early Mac, and that's the only one that I can really remember. It's like we just played a bunch of racing NASCAR games. You know what? Actually, I take that back. I think at about that same time is when Heroes of Might and Magic 2 came out. And we played the crap out of that game. I remember for Heroes 2, we used to, this was back in like middle school, high school, I think, the early years. This was back when they didn't have, I mean, I'm sure you guys will know this, but they didn't have the restrictions that the kids have to deal with now. And so I had my disc, my Heroes of Might and Magic 2 disc. I might even still have that over on the shelf somewhere. And we would install that game on like multiple computers in the school, right? And it's like, oh, we have, you know, either this class or we have like an open period or whatever. It's like, we're going to play Heroes of Might and Magic 2 for the next 45 minutes. And there'd always be a bunch of us gathered around a computer. I know we had it installed in the science room. We had it installed in the ag room. And then we had it installed... I'm trying to remember what the heck she taught. Social studies, maybe? Something weird like that. So we had it installed in at least 3 classrooms. And I remember at one point the science teacher was even playing with us. It's like, man, I don't know if they could get away with that these days. Hey, Haley, how's it going? What's going on in Haley Land? We've just been talking about all kinds of stuff tonight. Chemistry? Someone crashed the 28 PCs back in college. Dang. Actually, I had a similar experience. I'm trying to remember what year this was. I want to say this was my... would it have been... I want to say it was my second year in college. There was a really, really bad computer virus that hit, like, everybody in, like, the world. Do you guys remember this? It would have been... like 2002, 2003 maybe. And since I was going for my degree in PCs, one of the lucky positions that I got is I was actually able to work for the college as sort of a little helper in their open computer labs. And so as part of that, it was our job to, like, reformat the computers and help people and that kind of stuff. And I remember the morning that virus hit, it affected every computer on campus. And we had to go around and reformat, like, every single computer in the college. It was insane. The other funny thing that I remember about those days is most students would still have old school floppy disks, right? Like the 3.5s. And those things were incredibly unreliable. They also had those like metal plates on them. And so you would stick them into the drives and you'd pull them out, and that would cause a lot of wear and tear on them metal plates. And a lot of times the metal plates would get bent. And so you'd stick them in and you wouldn't be able to pull them out. Sometimes you'd have to actually yank it out, leaving the metal plate inside the drive. And so I remember we were fixing so many drives back then. It's like taking them apart, removing the little stupid metal plate, or sometimes we could use pliers, stick it in the front of the drive and actually get the plate to come out. But I want to say, again, it's like that third semester or second, third year in college is when they had the first version of these. The flash drives. They were only like 32 megs and cost like $50. But I got one right away. And anytime a student would have a problem with their stupid little disk, or their disk didn't save their project. Oh, I've been working on this 35-page paper and I lost it. I would pull this out of my pocket and I'd say, go to Walmart right now and buy one of these. You'll never have that problem again. I think I still have my original one somewhere. My very, very first flash drive. I think it's in the other room. I think it was a Kingston. I know, Ram. It's crazy. A Kingston. All right, if you jump, that tree will catch you. I promise. No, I'm serious. He will. I'm sorry. Back in my day. We gotta go around, don't we? The other thing that I remember very vividly from college is actually 9/11. I'm sure everybody remembers what they were doing during 9/11. But I remember waking up, getting ready to go into school for the day, and popping on the TV and just witnessing that, and ended up going into school, and we didn't have school that day. And what I mean by that is every single class was just us watching the TV. I remember one teacher in particular, he made a point of saying, all right, students, we are not having class today because today history is being made. And he basically said, we're just going to sit here and we're going to watch the television coverage because this is history being made. You'll never forget it.
Hello. Farewell.
All right, what quest do we have here? You know what? You're gonna make me do these quests, aren't you?
Don't waste my time.
If we're going to 100% this zone.
Out there.
You were at home UK saw it on TV, week off of work. Because there's one thing that my I can't remember if this was my mother that told me this or my grandmother that told me this, but they told me that when John F. Kennedy was assassinated, that they remember being in school and it was announced over the loudspeakers at school. And it's like they just remember everybody crying, like in the school when that happened. The BBC was the only website that didn't crash, that had coverage. I'll tell you guys, if you want to see an incredible documentary about 9/11, there's one called, I think it's called like 127 Minutes or something like that, where the entire documentary was nothing but pieced together footage from like cell phones, security cameras, handheld camcorders and stuff like that. And it's like the most incredible documentary I've ever seen. It just goes through that. It goes through the entire process, or that entire time frame from. It's like, oh, it's a nice sunny day in New York, and then it's like the airplanes crash into the buildings, the chaos, the buildings come down, and it just goes through the whole process and just. It's like where people were, and they just started, whipping out their cameras. And you got to remember this again. This was 2001, and so these were basically non-existent. I think just super early cell phones had cameras on them, but nothing compared to like what we have now. If a 9/11 were to happen today, that would be shot from so many angles, it'd be unbelievable. But I think most of the footage is it's people who had like hand cams and stuff like that. But no, it's an incredible documentary. Bye-bye, no. He's guarding the iron. You know what? I should really combine these tabs. I don't know if I really need them separate or not. I don't know. Going back to our Spider-Man topic for a second, who here in chat is getting Spider-Man? Or am I the only one? Dang it, give me your tails. Yeah, the PS4 one, yep. Comes out on Tuesday. And that is when we're going to start our stream. Gonna try and do a full playthrough of that game. We got, I think, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get that done? So, Out in the UK already. What? Are you sure? If it was out in the UK, I would think people would be streaming it. I don't think anybody's streaming it. Let me verify. I mean, you would think it'd be in the top 20 on Twitch, but it's not. Spider-Man. Actually, I don't even know if they have a directory for it yet. I mean, they... What are they calling this game? PS4 Spider-Man? No. See, this is the problem when you just call your game Spider-Man. Give it a bloody name. I mean, either way, if it was out, it would be in the top 20 on Twitch, I guarantee it, and it's not, so... Makes me think like it's not out. How are you going to handle streaming Assassin's Creed, Red Dead, and Fallout play? Okay, so basically here's what I'm gonna do. Let me, hold on, let me bring up that schedule here real quick. Hey, Magic Ace, how's it going? So Magic Ace, are you going to turn me on and then leave the room? I'm totally joking, by the way. I really don't care. I always enjoy your guys' discussions. And by the way, I do that all the time, too. I'll be watching people, and I'll just use it as background noise. All right, let's see here. Where is my list of games? Here it is. Okay. So, yeah. So, 2 Point Hospital is tomorrow. And Spider-Man is the 7th. And then, so, Tomb Raider. I'm skipping Tomb Raider for now. The next game I really want to look at is Star Control Origins on September 20th. So, we have a good solid 2 to 2.5 weeks of just Spider-Man. And I have a feeling like that game's probably going to be 24 or 25 hours or less. So we should be able to just burn through it. But you were asking in particular Assassin's Creed, Red Dead, Fallout. Okay, so Assassin's Creed is October 5th. Red Dead is the 26th. And Fallout is the 14th of November. So, Assassin's Creed, that is my primary. That is my primary game. So, we are going to be doing nothing but Assassin's Creed until I get that beat. So, again, we've got about 2.5 weeks between Assassin's Creed and Red Dead. I don't know if I can beat Assassin's Creed in 2.5 weeks. I guess we'll find out. So, we'll switch over to Red Dead as soon as possible. And then, kind of the same thing for Fallout. Because the thing about Red Dead is... Red Dead could easily be a 100-hour game. So we might have to do a thing where we split Red Dead and Fallout. Do like alternate nights or something like that. Kid'll drop a hello Fuzzy Yoda in chat and then never speak again. PS4 Spider-Man is out 19th of August. So that was like 2 weeks ago or something. Do you think I'll go for any romances in Assassin's Creed? Definitely. I'm also going to play as Cassandra. 'Cause I think that'll be a lot of fun. Wait, what's happening? A bear! Oh wait, that's a ape. So, yeah, normally when I stream, I do between 2 and 3 hours. That is definitely going to change. We're going to be doing a lot longer streams. You know, this Monday in particular, for those who don't know, we got a holiday weekend coming up here in the States. I'm probably going to do at least a 6-hour stream on Monday. It's probably going to be 2 Point Hospital, so we can get through as much of that game as we can before Spider-Man comes out. I don't have the Murder of the Cow talent. Or Crows. I don't think I'm that far enough, am I? Or is that an early one? I forget. Hold on, Searing Totem. Oh yeah, that one. September 7th for Spider-Man? Yeah, that's what I thought, Phoenix one. Like I said, if it was out in the UK, it would be in the top 20 on Twitch. I guarantee it. Because that's going to be when that game comes out on Tuesday, it'll be a top 10 game on Twitch for at least 4 days, I'll say. But it'll be in the top 20 for probably a month. It's going to be one of those games. People have been looking forward to a new Spider-Man game for a long time. Long time. And the fact that this one is being done by Insomniac, they have a pretty good track record. So, should be a lot of fun. Yeah, that Assassin's Creed looks great. I think Magic Ace should try that. I think that'd be your kind of game. Like I've said, I think the next Assassin's Creed is going to be the most BioWare game that BioWare hasn't made. It's going to be like playing Mass Effect without being in space. Okay, but you have to come Overwatch with me first. But Assassin's Creed is not a multiplayer game. I'm confused. I'll have to reinstall Overwatch. I haven't played that game in a long time. It's actually funny because you were talking about like what your account level is. Like in what's your account level? Like in the 60s or something? And I was like, I think mine's like in the 160s. $64. Yeah, no longer Animus. They didn't have an Animus for the last one either, which is great because that was like the worst part of the game. What was that kid's name? Miles something? Miles Morales? No. That's the Spider-Man guy.
I need a target.
Wasn't it Miles something? I don't know. I still think Assassin's Creed 2 is one of the best ones they've done. That's when you get introduced to Ezio and that entire world, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but for Assassin's Creed 2, they actually did a movie for that. And it was actually pretty good. It was a little prequel movie that led up to the start of Assassin's Creed 2. It actually had to do with Ezio's father. Black Flag's the best one. That's what I've heard. I never actually played Black Flag. Because my issue was I played like every single Assassin's Creed and I got burned out on it because it was the same thing over and over again. And so the last one that I played was like Revolution or Revelation. And then after that was the American one. I never played that one, and I never played any of them after that. So the first one I played since then was the one from last year. Which that one was really, really good. But Odyssey is going to be even better. Because, you know, in Odyssey, what they're doing is they're taking a lot of the best stuff from Black Flag and they're putting it back in, except for, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in Odyssey with the ship combat, they're actually having the ability to, like, recruit, like, crew members, and I think they're going to have, like, a leveling system with the crew members and all that. I don't think Black Flag had that. Did it? Like, recruiting crew members and stuff like that for your ship?
Target something first.
I've got to target something first. Alright, we're actually done with that quest. Yep, next one. Yeah, Skull and Bones is basically Black Flag, but better. Yeah, absolutely, Rix. Oh, we gotta go way up there. Yeah, if I have to hold off on Red Dead for a couple of weeks, then I will, to make sure that we get Assassin's Creed Odyssey completely done. Gotta be a little careful, though, because there's definitely some indie games that I want to check out, too. Like Star Control. Star Control looks really good. You stupid ape. I know tree, right?
I don't have a target.
I think we'll need the high ground here. We need to kind of get back on the road. Ah, let's swim it. Ready? This may have been a terrible decision. You know, something I might do for the holiday season is we might do another big game giveaway. Because, you know, the giveaway that I did in August is kind of like, here's all the cool games that are coming out. Which one do you want? Then at the end of the year, we could do, okay, all these games that are out, which one do you want? You know, or something like that. Then we'll probably get somebody who's like, can I have Anthem? And I'll be like, okay, fine. Have your Anthem. Wow, this is a bad spot. Hopefully I can climb this. Otherwise, it's going to be a long swim back. Hey, but there's good fish in here. Hold on, we gotta stop and fish this. That's a bad cast. Alright, we gotta back it up. There we go. But I'll tell you guys, something that I'm already thinking about is Game of the Year stuff. And I'm already thinking, man, trying to come up with a top 5 this year is going to be so much harder than last year. Because I think for the most part, last year was pretty cut and dry. Like, I knew exactly what I wanted. It was like, as I'm trying to remember my list from last year. So, yeah, it was Hellblade was my game of the year last year. Then it was Cuphead. Then Horizon Zero Dawn. And then South Park, The Stick of Truth. Or, no, South Park, The Fractured Butthole. And then my number 5 was... what? Sorry, I missed that fish. But this year, I'm like, man, Detroit was so good. God of War was so good. I really enjoyed Jurassic World Evolution. Dead Cells is an amazing game that I think deserves a top 5 spot. You know, 2 Point Hospital, we'll see. Spider-Man, we'll see. Star Control, we'll see. Red Dead, Fallout. And it's just like, man, this is nuts. I still see fish there. All right. Can we oh, we can. Look at that. How convenient. Don't shoot my ram. He didn't like that. What is happening right now? Oh, this is a horde guy. Am I gonna get flagged for PvP? Oh boy.
I need to get closer.
Where'd that arrow come from? Oh, I think I'm flagged for PvP,
I'm out
maybe.
of range. I need to target something first.
We gotta be careful, Sora. Let's see. Oh, that says it's disabled. Maybe we're okay. But I'm just ready. I'm ready for some new games. And I'm ready to just really dive in deep. And I think out of all the games that are coming out this year, Red Dead in particular is one that you could just... Like I said, you could do like 100 hours in that game and get nothing done. So... Because who here in chat played the first Red Dead? Anybody? I mean, even all those years ago, that one. That game had such an amazing environment and world. Fallout 76 is going to be big. Yeah, I think Fallout 76, that one's going to be a little bit different. Which is their goal, because I think if you're going to go in expecting Fallout 4 or Fallout New Vegas or something like that, I think you're going to be disappointed. Because I think it's going to be different. So, we'll see. Give me your skulls. Cool. Okay, well, I'm trying to think. Should I hearth out of here? How far are we? I'll just run back. Swim, Ram, swim. Don't do it. That, oh, that's right. That's a horde base over there. Let's see. I'm level what? 46. I got to get to 60 before I can go to Outland, right? Or wait, is Outland 50 or 60? Because, yeah, if I'm 46, and if we get done with this zone, we might just grind out the rest through dungeons and then go to Outland. Let's take a look at the big map here real quick. The world, Outland, Hellfire Peninsula. Oh, 58? Hmm. So we might have to do one more zone. Need to get my upgraded RAM too. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Speak quickly.
You're very rude for Worgen.
Off you go.
It's not ogre yet. What are you, telling bad jokes now? Oh, more quest. Go kill this thing. I don't know what it is, but it needs to die.
Careful out there.
We did actually get some Darnassus rep. How close are we? We are real close. Real close. Got to get to Exalted with Darnassus. Back up there. Oh, wait. What's number 3? Might as well do that one first. We gotta kill what? Wool Paw Alphas. You're not one of those. Hey, you know, giant rock guys, you could really help out here. Just saying. I don't know if I like this path. And that is also not a path. Seriously, who put these torches here? Aha! It's a cave. It's not even a full cave.
I need a target.
These guys have a pretty good dash. There is some iron over there. Got 5 things to build on your PC. Got 4 to go. RAM, CPU, graphics card, and 2 hard drives. Hopefully everything turns out nice for you. I know that moment whenever you build a new computer and you go to power it on for the first time. You know, it's like, it's sitting there, it's done, right? You plug it in, you flip the switch on the power supply, and you're like, okay, am I getting motherboard lights? Okay, here we go. Yes. And it fires up. Then you're like, please no beep codes, please no beep codes. Then you hear like a beep, 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 beep. And you're like, oh, son of a. Where do I get my parts? Are you asking me or Phoenix One? I get most of my stuff off of Amazon, but I generally, when I build one, I'll have both sites up side by side. And I'll generally go with whichever one is cheaper. And I'm still running Windows 7, by the way. I know there's a bunch of streamers that have issues with Windows 10. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to mess with it. Not unless I have to. So there's nothing wrong with Windows 7. Alright, so the road is really about close by. Windows 8 is better. No. Yeah, Windows XP. Yeah, Windows XP. That was an operating system. Absolutely. Wrong way. Although, when I do build a new one eventually, I will go with 10. And just hope for the best. But I want to ride through the Horde camp. I'll take them on. They're a bunch of wimpies. Getting some of that Torn music there for a second. It's like bum, 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 bum. No dog. Wolf, cat, whatever you are. Stay away. Oh, sorry. I dropped my ram on you. Look at the waterfall. Don't go underwater, ram. It's not good for you. Wait a minute. I saw a... There it is. I totally misread what you said there, Phoenix 1. I was like, a Nimbus 2000? Wait a minute. Are we talking about Harry Potter stuff now? Did you get a broom? Ah, Magic Hubby. How's it going? We can now say that it's a Magic the Gathering. I've been saving that one. Like 98 good, 2000 bad, XP good, Vista bad. Yeah, they kind of have an... yeah, they kind of have an every other thing. Magic Ace is like, stop it. I've told her that joke before. She hates it. It's a card game, Magic the Gathering. No ogre. Bad. Okay, let's kill some dudes here. This looks like a good solid spot. Oh, look at that big guy. Look at that. Me big fist. Me look like ogre. You look like Bigfoot. And now you're dead.
I need a target.
That guy's got a mace and a drumstick as a weapon.
I need to target something first.
Yeah, I've had some people ask me if anybody needs to go to 32 gigs of RAM, and no, you don't need to. I've even heard some YouTubers and streamers that do a lot of video editing like I do. They've said that 32 gigs don't even help that much. So as long as you have good, fast RAM at 16, you're fine with that.
I need a target.
All right, we gotta get away from Bigfoot here.
I don't have a target.
They had to change the name since Bigfoot was trademarked. It is Big Fist.
It's too far away.
That's when you need an i9. Yeah, I have heard that the i9s are really good for like video processing and stuff, but I mean, how much time is that really going to cut down? That's the question. Because I can tell you that when I record for YouTube, if I use something like Fraps, I record at almost a gig a minute. And then when I throw that into Adobe Premiere, it's normally about triple the rendering time. So if I do, let's say, a 13-minute video, the render time on that is normally about an hour to an hour and a half. So it can get pretty crazy. All right, Sora, let's get out of here. Yeah, I've heard we were actually talking about this a little earlier, Magic. For gaming, they say you don't want to go in i9 yet. High-end i7 is better than an i9 for gaming. Or so they say. All right. No, don't hit my ram. You Noel fool. Most games are not optimized for i9. Yeah, I did see that Phoenix one. I thought that was pretty crazy because I remember back in the day, it's like you would get 1 gig or even like 500 meg on a video card, and you were like, "Woo, I'm doing good." And it's like, yeah, now we're up to 11 gigs of RAM on these video cards now. It's crazy. I can't go through that way because it's all crazy. I just want to go home. Stop trying to eat my RAM.
Out with it!
Alright, there's 1. There's 2. And she gives us even more quests. Kill this giant butterfly bug. Fine.
Off you go!
Off you go.
No. Are these pants better? No, but we'll put them on anyway. You know, transmog and stuff. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're probably going to be wrapping up here. So, once again, 2 Point Hospital starts tomorrow. Also, with PAX South going, or not PAX South, PAX West going on this weekend, my streaming schedule might be a little different. I think we're probably going to be doing morning streams on both Saturday and Sunday, and then no streams during the afternoons. But again, with there being a holiday on Monday, I will probably be doing a 6 to 8 hour stream on Monday. So that'll be the trade-off. But yeah, 2 Point Hospital tomorrow, and Sunday and Monday, I think, will be the plan, and then SOTOR Saturday morning.
Ishnu Daldien.
What'd you say to me? Ishnu Valdien. I should probably open that up before I sell it, I imagine. You have too many stacks of silk cloth. But does anybody have any final questions before we officially wrap this up? I will probably be hosting Novik, who is playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. He's going through that game before the new one comes out here in a couple weeks. So if anybody's interested in that, like I said, we'll host him here in just a minute as well. That game's on my list to do at some point. Like I said, the new Tomb Raider that's coming out, I'm going to skip it for now, because I have also not beaten Rise. So I think what I'll do at some point down the road is we'll do Rise and then Shadow back to back. So that'd be a lot of fun. Well, at least these quests are super close. Well, what do you think, Ram? Are you done for the day? You are? Cool. All right, awesome. Will I wear a Christmas beanie in December? You know, do like a Santa hat? And get one of those ones that has like a motor in it and it just does this? I'm sure I can find one. All right, cool, everybody. So I think that will officially go ahead and do it then. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your day or evening, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see everybody tomorrow evening at 7. You know what? 7 or 7:30. I'll announce it on Twitter for 2 Point Hospital. So everybody have a fantastic day, and we'll see you then.